Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Caligari, and I'll be presenting my final project today. The question I researched was: Is a robotic world beneficial to human beings? I chose this topic because I was curious to see how advanced today's robot has become, and what the future may hold for robotics as well. For decades, humans have pondered the thought of a world filled with robots. While we recognize that robots are beneficial and have forever changed the human experience, they could also become too intelligent or make humans obsolete. Should we fear robots or embrace them? I conducted research of robots that provides positive and negative aspects about various machines or concepts. Through the research I conducted, I plan to determine whether robots or artificial intelligence are beneficial to the human race. Through robotics, humans have been able to revolutionize the world of healthcare and physical therapy. One of the tools robots have allowed us to create is the superhuman robotic exoskeleton. Now, this is not a superhero Iron Man type of outfit. Robotic exoskeletons like the HAL, hybrid assisted limb, are worn with Velcro straps around the user's leg. Its primary function is to respond to signals sent from the user's brain, enabling those who have lost the use of their legs to walk again. Another example of a robotic exoskeleton used for physical therapy is the Titan arm. Occupational lifters such as warehouse workers face increased risk of arm and back injuries because they repeatedly lift heavy items every day. To prevent this, Titan augments the user's arm strength to reduce fatigue and braces the back to prevent poor lifting posture. This upper body exoskeleton augments human strength in order to reduce fatigue and brace the back to prevent poor lifting posture. The military world has been changed by the advances in robotic technology. They use robots called drones, which are unmanned aerial vehicles. The drones are controlled by pilots from the ground or are following pre-programmed mission with coordinates installed. Some experts even estimate that robotic soldiers may replace human soldiers as early as 2023. Robots are also being used to scan city streets with thermal imaging in an effort to protect us, but our rights may be infringed upon. While lowering the loss of human casualties through the use of robotic soldiers sounds wonderful, this may cause major problems. All of the men and women who want to serve our country would be turned away and would be without a job. Also, if we were ever to lose control of these robotic soldiers, it would be catastrophic. Sherry Turkle, a professor at MIT, says that people are looking more and more to robotic toys and tools for companionship and less to other people. Innovations such as Siri have trained people to rely on machines in new ways. She envisions a future where robots are advanced enough to serve as teachers for the young and caretakers for the old. This is not a good thing, as we are building machines that will literally let the elderly stories fall on deaf ears. Many people are beginning to fantasize about robots that could serve as friends who would always listen to us, who would never become angry, and who would never disappoint. This may ruin how we develop mentally and socially. Robots have also brought their tireless efficiency to everything from assembly line work to humdrum gene sequencing in labs, and have appeared in growing numbers in real-life battlefields. It is a real problem that robots may one day replace average jobs in the workforce. I conducted a survey and gathered important data in relation to my research question. I found contrasting ideas in regards to robotic independence. It was interesting to find that people think that robots will be able to function, behave, and think on their own, but they believe these same robots will not attempt to have a takeover of any sort. As expected, when I questioned about human dependence on machines, the results were overwhelming. The question was, when you need to find information, do you ask another person or do you Google it? 86% Google it, while 14% ask another person. This goes along the theory that people are losing that trust between one another. We would rather go through a machine than see what another person may know. Even though the studies I researched stated that more and more human beings feel compassion towards robots, my poll found a majority in opposition of the thought. When asked, could we feel compassion towards robots, 55% said no and 45% said yes. It was close, but more people view robots or computers strictly as machinery and not something they could feel any sort of compassion for. In conclusion, robots have certainly been of much assistance to humans as the years have gone by. The quality of human life has increased, with new inventions helping individuals walk or perform at a higher physical level. However, we may one day become too dependent on robots. The human experience will totally change as robots advance and more people become reliant on machinery. After all my research and data collection, I believe that a robotic world is beneficial to human beings. It is beneficial because of technological innovations like robotic exoskeletons maximizing human capabilities, and we are able to connect on levels not imaginable before advances in robotics and computers.